like that. You like that? Why you like that's weird? But then you like that? Hell no. Then we can walk from there. People love talking about sex anyway, so when the door get opened up and it feels comfortable,
Never.
hell you watch.
Never.
You'll see.
Good evening. Welcome to Open Wide with Neeuq on WMSK Online Radio. This is the home of the Cheryl Underwood Morning Show. Make sure you're checking us out every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Download that app. Listen to us on YouTube. Chime in. Come and hear me facilitate this juicy noise. We got a few housekeeping things. We have focus movers, affordable moving rates, fast and reliable service, free moving quotes, commercial and residential, local and long distance, last second and emergency moves. Locally owned and operated in 24-hour call center. Call today, 443-506-7905 or book online, focusmovers.com. State vs. Us magazine, your official source to the streets from prison, highlighting high-profile cases, corruption in the police department, government, the prison system, wrongful convictions, and success stories of the formerly incarcerated. If you or someone you know have a story to tell, want to feature or ad space, please email statevsusmag@gmail.com. Get your print or digital copy today at statevsusmag.com. WMSK Online Radio.com are looking for jazz, gospel, entertainment, fashion, Latin, Caribbean, community, and other type of shows. If you or someone you know are interested, please send us an email to wmskonlineradio@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We are the leader in talk radio. Hey, everybody on Facebook Live. Make sure you visit www.wmskonlineradio.com. Join our mailing list for updates, events, shows, and more. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WMSK Online Radio. Tonight, I have Shooter back in the building. He came. If you weren't listening, you just heard his song. We'll play his next song a little bit later on. So, Shooter, tell us how we can follow you.
Hello, world. Young Shooter, man. The CEO, 25 Big Brown ENT. Under the umbrella of Hazy TV, the family, the movement, most importantly, we are a label. Everybody can find me on every single social service, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, all of that, Instagram. Young Shooter, YUNGSHOOTA. That's me.
All right, well, thank you for coming back. Shooter used to have a little show. That's how I came across him. He used to have a little show on Facebook where he would be talking about anything. So I told him he should come on by, stop by Open Wide with Neeuq, because I'll talk about just about anything. So tonight we're going to be talking about situationships, relationships, and the expectations of the such, because we just don't talk about it enough. We're also going to be talking about something that's happening in the news, and I want to know what you feel about this mother. Do you feel like she should go to jail or not? So let's get into something really seriously first. Hi, Miss Young. How are you? We missed you. Congratulations on your last day of school when we graduated and doing big things. So recently in the news, there has been a little girl who was murdered. Her stepfather told the story that they were in a car, someone came, they stole the car, and he was able to rescue one child, but was unable to rescue the other one. So, in more recent events, hey Rodney, how are you? In more recent events, it came to be that there's a video of the guy taking a basket with a trash bag, and the girl was like a really small girl, special needs girl. So they were looking for her body, and it all came out that now he's a suspect. So today, across my news feed, the mother was online and she had a representative. He's some activist from the community. And I don't ever understand why people come out and talk without lawyers. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. Right. Maybe she has very good reason to do it. I don't know. However, he comes out and he says that, the mother was mad at him because he was sharing penis pictures with this guy. So she confronted him in reference to this gay with another guy.
Okay.
Yes. So she confronted him about this gay homosexual activity. Okay. So he was mad. So I guess that's the reasoning behind it. But the guy then goes on to say that in the past, this guy has beat her child and did things that just were inappropriate with the child. So I was angered because I wanted to understand one, why are you out here? They're investigating, they're trying to figure out what's going on, and you're making these statements. That's the first thing. Two, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be an excuse, a reason, or anything behind what was happening in this household?
I mean, so she made this statement. Was this statement like, I guess, like a put his back, like this is why he might have did it?
I don't know that she was having his back. I think it was more so she was just trying to explain her version of the story.
So she knew about him being abusive to her child.
Yes, she did know about that, definitely. And there was a CPS case, and if you look at a lot of the news that is coming out, they even had pictures. They had posts that they made with the little girl. She had a black eye. She was in the hospital and all of that other kind of stuff. I'm not understanding why she was even making a statement. But she wasn't actually talking. She was just nodding, like had her head down, looking like she was crying. I didn't see any tears. So maybe it was just like she was crying internally.
Maybe her lawyer told her to make a statement.
Well, her lawyer wasn't even on there. So how, she wasn't really making a statement. The guy was telling the story. Hey, Ish on vacation, y'all, so she's showing off. Wesley had some work obligations, so they kind of abandoned me. So, but I had young Shooter here. So my question is do you feel like this lady should be charged and going to jail?
Absolutely. I feel like, first of all, if she was aware of him being abusive to her child in the past, then first of all, he had no business even being left alone, trusted with her child ever again in the future. And for him to be, and the child that was killed was her child. So they had 2 kids.
He has a child, she has a child. So he saved his child. His child was saved from
they don't have kids together.
No.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
And the child that was abusive was her child. And when he was abusing was her child.
Exactly.
Yeah, she should have seen that coming. So basically, that's neglect on her part as well. So they both should be going to jail.
I agree. And I know sometimes people get into the situation where they have to rely on their significant others to babysit and do all the things that they should be doing within their family structure.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. However, the sign was there. The signs were there. He beat your child in the past.
People do wild stuff when they be in love. When love can blind you, like we outsiders looking in. So we like, what? You crazy there for making that decision. But
you in love is blinding y'all.
You be doing some wild stuff and they don't be aware at the time. They be so blinded by the love that outsiders be like, you stupid. I've made stupid decisions before, not cognizant of the fact that I was being stupid because I was so deep in love at the time. People outside the situation was like, you crazy, bro? You stupid. That sounds dumb. And I'm like, y'all tripping. Like, it sounds dumb to you? But when I got outside the situation, I was like, that was dumb. But when you in it.
But is it that you're not aware? Like, you were aware that he was beating your child.
Yeah, but not that was not aware of that part, but aware that he was actually a danger to your child like that, or that you actually had to worry about the life of your child around you. Like you're so in love with this person that you just can't see them hurting your child. Not that I'm making an excuse for her, no form of fashion, because she did wrong. Like I said, she should have went to jail. But I'm just speaking out of experience that how blind in love can be.
Right.
Like you can really lose it. And then when she come out of the situation, she was like, damn, I said that. I was tripping. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but at that time.
As long as she's saying it from her jail cell, I don't care.
Absolutely.
She should be right in jail right along with him.
25.
So Tara, what's up, baby?
25.
So Tara's saying this is so sad because if someone has to give your explanation, you must be culpable because you knew about prior acts of abuse. I definitely agree. Mm-hmm. So Ms. Young is saying, if I see the pictures again, I will tag you in them. The father or uncle, somebody should have beat that ass. That baby face was swollen and seeing it was disturbing. I definitely agree. I saw it earlier today. And so this was another situation, I think, in which the state has actually missed its opportunity to catch this long before this child dies. Mm-hmm. So they did an investigation, and they were actually posting it, and some of the things that they were even saying was a little disturbing. I really didn't understand where they were coming from in the post. So if I find it, I'm gonna tag you in it because I'm just like, this shit was really.
I haven't even seen it. I haven't heard that news.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god! And then they said she was a special needs little girl. So
he probably got tired of, it takes patience to raise a special needs kid.
Exactly.
And while he taking care of her, so he babysitting. Exactly. I can see him being tired of having to deal with her kid that got these special needs. He's like, I'm tired of this. You know what I mean? He really took that girl's life. They both need to go to hell.
Yes, they did. Absolutely. I agree. I just don't know. But when we talk about these relationships and situations in which you have to depend on your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, husband, wife, because there have been some detrimental stories even with husbands. I mean, a predator is a predator. I just don't care about the relationship. But this lady was going on vacation. I know that being a mother takes a lot of sacrifice. Do you agree with her foregoing her vacation to protect her child? Because some people saying, oh, you just don't go on vacation, fuck it. Or take your child with you.
I mean, prior to this situation happening, she had a vacation plan and she wanted to take it, so she left her baby with him. There's nothing wrong with her. If she trusts that man and there's nothing wrong with her going on vacation. She's a hardworking mother. She deserves a vacation. She was taking her vacation, thinking it was going to be all cool, like it's always usually cool when she go to work. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like she should have been like, oh, I'm going on vacation, I'm taking my baby with me on vacation. No, I felt like she was cool making that decision to go on vacation.
But I don't know if they found the body yet. I don't know.
So did Joe get found guilty?
Nah, this is still developing. That's why I don't even understand how she's even out there. Yeah, I don't get it. But any sacrifices, you saying you think she should just, say, fuck it, let me go on vacation. Now, let's pretend we're in a relationship. If you were beating my child, I don't even know how she continued to stay. Because if you saw this little girl's face, I mean, she had like a black eye, looked like he was fighting her like a man on the street. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how you would have survived that situation.
If it was me, yeah.
Right, if it was you and I, right? I don't know how you would have survived. But let's say I forgave you. Mm-hmm. I was blindly in love. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I've ever been blindly in love like that.
But forgiving me, you have to move past the situation. You can't be like, you know what, for the rest of my life, I'm never going to let you be what's wrong with my baby. No, you forgave me at this point. You got to, move past the situation. You can't take your baby with your vacation now. Because 3 years ago, we had a situation and we moved past that. So now you take your baby. I can't be left alone with your baby no more. Like, at all. I thought we moved past that. Baby, what happened, baby?
I know, but I just don't know that I'm just that forgiving. So, but let's say you did survive. The problem, I think, a lot of times is women don't love themselves enough, right? And you have to give up a lot to be in these relationships, without a doubt. I'm not even pretending that's not a real thing. Mm-hmm. But I've given up myself so much so that I have neglected to protect my child. It's no different if you were sexually molesting a child. You know what I'm saying? Physical abuse, emotional abuse, financially abusing. I mean, it's all bad. Mm-hmm. So I just don't know how we get to this point in our relationship that I'm going to go on vacation. I'm like, all right, shooter, take care of my baby. And then you just basically steal all my trust. I just don't know how that happens. So Ms. Young is saying in the post, they're saying the photo of him with the blue bin is her body was in it and she was dismembered, unsure to the truth of that post. Yes, I saw that too. So I don't know that they found her body, but the mother in the same video in which she has this guy narrating her story, they have a photo of the boyfriend with a laundry basket with the trash bag inside of it and some bleach. So they believe that is the girl's body in the laundry basket.
Let me ask you this question. How was she killed? How did she die?
We don't know.
Nobody
We
knows
don't
how
know
she
yet.
died.
They're still investigating. So
So
Tion
that's
is
important
saying,
too, though. I want to know how did she die. That's very important.
yeah, so we still have to, so right now it's not really a murder, but he is being looked at because his story just doesn't add up. It just doesn't make sense. So Tion is saying some people bring anyone around their kids just because we have a couple of dollars or don't want to be alone. I agree. So that's what we were talking about offline. So Shooter and I were having a discussion, and I was saying, okay, so let's pretend Shooter and I, we just met at the club. Y'all know that's not happening because I'm too scared to go to the club. But so he probably met me at the exit door. But anyway, so we meet each other, and so we decided we're going to deal with each other. I don't think Shooter would even know that I had kids until he took my clothes off and saw these stretch marks. That's the only reason he would know that I even had children, let alone introduce them to kids. So I asked, what's a good timing to introduce the other person to your children? What was your answer?
Like I said, like it's no real time for that. You can't put a stamp on that. No date, like 3 months. I'm gonna do it in 6 weeks. It's just like when it feels right. It's gonna feel right, and every relationship it's gonna feel right at a different time. It may be the first day for you and your lady. I may feel it the first day. You know what? You gotta understand. Let's do it now. Or it may take a year or 2 years for some people, but it's very important to do. To have your significant other have relationships with your kids.
So how do you know? How do you know when it's going to be serious enough that you even need to know I have children?
I mean, we adults. You know, you know when it's serious. You know when you think it's serious enough.
So this is kind of like the segue to our next topic, which is the expectations in situationships and relationships. So when I first meet you, I don't think you need to know anything about me having children. You don't need to know where I work at. You don't need to know how much money I make, how many siblings I got, or anything, right? So we're just getting to know each other. So
I'm asking you these things. What are you gonna lie? So I'm asking you
no, but why do you want to know about all of that stuff?
I want to learn about the person I'm talking to. So I said you got kids, you gonna tell me. Nah, because I don't want you to know yet. So I lied at the beginning because I just didn't want you to know yet.
I do, but they're grown up. Because I don't understand why you need to meet them. Until it's to the point like we fiancés and we gonna move in or something.
I mean,
if we just having sex, they would ask me about children, like, why do you know?
Yeah, you gotta wonder about a man. If you was having sex, if that's your relationship, you gotta wonder about a man who want to meet your kids out of nowhere. Like that's not even
definitely.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you getting serious in any form of fashion, then that's important. Especially if you need to be asking you that. If y'all feeling serious, that's a sign for you to know he's serious.
What's feeling serious? How old are you?
I'm 30, yo.
See, he a young guy.
I'm young.
Exactly.
I'm young. I'm
young. You think he's grown? He's 30.
Yeah. I'm 30.
Nah.
I didn't do it for a long time now.
A long? How? You only 30. You ain't did it that long.
Time.
Nah, I'm not going for that.
I'm telling you.
Nah. So Control saying no, she should have taken the baby with her. That's no damn excuse. To be honest, he was beating on both of them, I believe. And I definitely agree with that.
Agree.
So I just don't know that I'm going to go on vacation knowing my children aren't safe. I might need a vacation away, but where was the rest of her family? Because somebody did make a good point, and they were basically saying that she had like 32 family members around her, and none of them, because you always heard the term, oh, I'm here if you need me. Right, she needed y'all. Because her kids don't need to be standing around her. And she needs one of y'all to say, your dumb ass is crazy.
But like y'all said, nobody was whipping her ass too. She probably was scared. Nobody probably even knew about none of that shit that happened. Up to this point. When she died, and she started exposing it. Oh, you had a black eye. He did that before.
That's true.
He probably whipping all their ass in there. Scared. She probably was trying to get a break from getting her ass with her. She took her baby with her now. You right? But I can't. I'm not gonna make excuses for sure. Like that, man.
Yeah, she fucked up. Send her to jail.
She gotta go.
So Tion said it's depending on how far we going. But what's your expectation, Tion? Are you expecting a relationship straight off the bat? Like how do we even get to that point? Like what's your expectations? How do we even get there? Hey Kelly, Miss Young is saying you know all you'll know about my siblings, sure will, especially the 6 brothers. Exactly. Hey Auntie. So expectations. We know because you're a young guy. Hey mommy, how are you? Happy Mother's Day. So we were talking offline about expectations about sex, right? In relationships, I think we talk about this all the time. Communication is just not there, right? So my question to you would be expectations as far as sex, because you do know at 30 that what women like and what men like totally different. So what was the shocking revelation that you shared with me earlier about the younger girl? Listen to what the younger girl is going to us.
Like, I was trying to explain that, women.
Hold on, let me let y'all see shoes.
It's some women out here in the world, you feel me, who want to be exploring and experience foreplay. They want a man to take their time with them, you know what I mean? And explore their body and, you know what I mean, pleasure them the way the movies do, the way the white folks make love on the movies.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, like, some women still enjoy that. But I was trying to explain that the majority rules. So like 96% of the women, they don't like that. That's boring to them. So if you're a man who wants to show a woman one of these experiences from off the movie, and you go approach shorty and you get to that room and all that stuff taking place, you get to all this slow and sensual shit. And shorty like, yo, what is y'all going? And you like, I made love. You get home like, I made love this shorty. She finished. And she home like, this nigga phone. Nobody just now was like, yo, who thought this was? Who you thought he was hitting? Like, yo, tripping. Yo, wasn't they trying to make love to me? I'm trying to get hit. Like, they want to get hit. They're not trying to be, no, they don't want all that. So the very slim few that want all that, they, because men ain't living in
what age range are we talking?
From when women start having sex nowadays, like 15 or something, maybe 14, 15, to
they ain't women, they girls. They definitely girls. Girls trying to get hit. I don't even know.
From 14 to 35, they trying to get hit. 36 going up, they might want to, you know what I mean? Some of them still want to get hit.
Ladies, don't judge Shooter. He only 30. He is.
And listen, and all y'all women who want to get wine and taking the time with all that, y'all gonna get bored with that. Unless you got a man doing that to you every night, you gonna be cheap. You gonna have a nigga hitting you on the side, because you're gonna be like, well, listen, I'm tired of this man. That's cool every now and then, but now I'm trying to get that. He don't know how to hit me. All he know how to do is all that. And I ain't trying to get all that done, and I'm trying to get hit. So then you gonna be cheap. You feel me?
Listen, we are not trying to roast you 2 weeks in a
row.
No, we got some grown women.
My father was like, he right. He right. I'm telling you. They know.
I have never heard such fuckery ever.
They know.
Nobody wants somebody hopping on them
they know.
For 3 to 5 minutes, humping off fast.
No.
Like that.
Not 3 to 5 minutes, because you can fuck fast for 2 hours. You can fuck hard and fast for 2 hours. You ain't gotta be, oh, it's over. No, you can do that shit for hours. Like that.
No.
Yes.
No. My aunt said you need help.
Hey, listen, y'all. We're gonna censor my
Wesley is not here, Auntie. He is at work. Wesley would probably, I don't know what Wesley would say on here, because Wesley is a love maker, so he wouldn't agree.
That's what I'm saying. I'm universal. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta forgive him. He's 30.
I'm not out there right now, but I'm saying when I was out there, because my lady was. So I'm talking crazy on here, but I ain't out there right now. But when I was out there, I'm very universal. I know how to feel a woman out first. You feel? That's why I said I talk to him first. Before we even get to that point, we're gonna have a conversation about it. I'm gonna know what kind of girl you is before I even get to that point.
Yeah, so let's go back to that. So he said he gonna have a conversation to figure out because I've never again I must be doing that. Well, I haven't been in this thing for a really long time, but I can imagine that this would be crazy. So this conversation that you're talking about. So you're trying to figure out the lady or whatever. So you're talking about what she desires, what you desire, what you won't do, what you will do, or whatever.
Right.
Thank you, Miss Debbie. She said that's for the younger folks, and he is definitely that.
I'm an old man.
My aunt said, "Go sit down, little boy."
This gotta be I'm an old man. I got 4 kids. I gotta take all that bad ass shit so big.
Listen, 4 children doesn't make you grown.
I've been doing it for a long. I got 10-year-olds. I've been doing it for a long time.
Ooh, that means you start at 20. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's good. That means you're not even a teen dad. So, no. But this conversation, so these expectations, I think it's great that you have an expectation. I mean, that you have a conversation because then you're letting her know your expectations and she gets to let you know hers.
Right.
To me, that would seem a little weird.
Awkward.
Yes.
If you can ask anybody in the world, I'm the most comfortable person to talk to on the planet Earth. Anybody can tell you, you can tell me anything. You feel comfortable telling me about anything because I'm just feel like that. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna initiate a conversation. It's not gonna feel awkward. When you start talking, you're gonna be like, man, you're gonna tell me everything about your whole life. You be like that, man, and it hurts when you do it like that. And when you do it like, I don't like when they do it like that because it feels so good when they hit like that. You're gonna be telling me all kinds of straight up.
Take it easy on her.
Hey, yeah, you're gonna be just
She said, hell no.
I'm telling you.
She said, hell no. So, grown people, are y'all talking about your expectations in sex when you're communicating, when you're getting to know each other? Are you talking about that in your expectations? So, in recent news as well, you know, a lot of memes are coming out because this whole social media take, I think it's really changing how people do dating. So, my aunt said that was such a young ass up to be used. Oh, Miss Debbie said you still young. Yeah, this whole communicating these. I mean,
no,
that
I'm
was
not dummy. I'm not green. I fuck around finesse you while I'm talking the whole time. Yeah, I mean, you must around get me getting finesse the whole time while I'm thinking.
Tell your girlfriend come around here. Let's talk to her for a second.
No, stay on.
Anyway, so social media is changing the dating scene, right? You know, when they had those chat lines and those what's the other little thing? Chat lines and all that other online dating. You know, I don't want to call it weird shit because some people may. Damn, see, listen, they say little baby don't know better. They talk about you. Oh. All right. He only had 2 girlfriends in his whole life. Y'all got to forgive him. But anyway, he's only 30. He only 30. He's still learning. But anyway, so the dating scene has changed. So these expectations, because when you're doing everything like online, I'm not getting to really know the real person.
Hell no. I mean, online nowadays, you got that catfish shit out there. You know,
Catfishing, dick fishing,
yeah, all
fishing.
that. All that.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
Who are you? You know, when I get to meet you, who are you? You might not be the person I even been talking to last time. Whatever. You don't even look like that person. They got filters. Nobody's posting a regular picture. I don't even post a regular picture. Everybody getting filters.
No, I don't need no filters. I don't need it. Oh, my mom said you need a lot of help. No, he in a relationship now, Auntie. She'll get him straight. Your girlfriend older than you?
No.
Oh, damn. She young.
She's 32. She's 30 as well.
Oh, they're the same age. Oh, well, mentally, she's probably like 5 years more mature than you are. No?
No, I'm older.
All right. He's trying to convince us he's a grown man. But anyway, so these inbox situations. Do you be inboxing people like before you were in your current relationship?
No, I never. I'm under a contract. He's a contract. We can't do none of that anyway. People like, yeah.
What did that have to do with anything?
People will try to use all that type of stuff for blackmail and stuff like that. Like say you try to send a nude to somebody and then they can blackmail you and try to say, hey, I got his nude, Yeah, man, I can pay, yeah, man. You can't,
If you do fish, it won't be your dude anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody's dude.
Yeah, right, yeah, no. I never did that inbox thing. People inbox me and shit, but I don't even do the phone.
Oh.
I leave it on red.
You what?
I leave it on red. So, I seen it, I know I seen it.
Oh, he leaving y'all on red in the inbox.
Yeah.
Okay. So no. So recently, men have been getting really brave. They'll send you a dick pic without you soliciting one. They'll be calling you on Messenger all times of the night, like we really do go together. Yes, and I be having, hey William, I be having the wild people out. Don't fucking call me. You don't even have my phone number.
They have to really call you on Messenger.
On Messenger, like who does that? Well, damn. Who does that? So for the guys, I don't think women like that. Like, don't just be randomly calling people on Messenger. That shit ain't cool.
That's a blessing. You don't want to do all that. You don't want to do all that.
So young people don't do that. It be the old men.
I don't know who's going to do that. That's aggressive. Like, that's
It's aggressive?
Yeah, like, that's aggressive as shit. Calling somebody on Messenger, and all you doing is got their number. If you don't got my number, you got to call me. Well,
it is a good way to like see each other.
I mean, but I'm saying if we talking and I actually call me and we say, oh, hit me real fast, but you just calling me, that means I can actually call me.
That's very true.
I don't know my number, so call me on Messenger.
Nah, I'm gonna call your ass tomorrow.
Blacklist.
So,
you gotta put your phone or do not. You gotta put your phone or do not disturb. Oh man.
So, but do not disturb will stop your phone calls too, right?
Do not disturb. I don't use that. I don't know how that works. I don't know how to do not disturb button works. I never use it.
So, Tiberius saying no online is not a good way to meet because I can tell you anything online. Very true, and people do. Yeah, I mean you can be anybody. You can be anybody.
I can be broke as I don't know what I want when you finally see me like, oh my goodness, well that was his homeboy's car, that was his, that's the old picture when he had those shoes on, whatever. Look at him, he broke.
What you say his private parts are exclusive. I hear that.
Yeah.
So Miss Debbie is saying that's why he's talking like that. He's only a child. I know Miss Debbie. He gonna get it though. He's a grown man and somebody. That's what's up.
Taking all the kids to us today, y'all. I'm gonna take those.
Yeah. So no, but we definitely, respect your opinion.
Sugar daddy.
How you a sugar daddy? You
That's
not
what
old
they
enough.
talking about. I don't know what they talking about.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about the sugar daddy part. But
Y'all know me, I find a way to post up down there everywhere.
so after we dug in your butt last week, what did you think about in reference to music and get influence on the community?
That really didn't affect me. It didn't affect nothing I had going on. I still make music the same exact way. That was a good lecture though. I respect William, I think it was called there last. Malvin. I do respect everything he said. I agree with him and everything, but nothing's changed. I'm still going to do the same thing when it comes to music.
So let me ask you this. Would you be willing to go to jail to get notoriety?
Absolutely not.
For your music?
Absolutely not.
No? So you do have a limit?
Yeah. Cool. You're not going to jail for no notoriety.
But don't you sell more units once you go to jail and you can do all that kind of stuff?
Maybe so, but there's other routes to go. I'd rather just, like I said, the route I go, I don't compromise who I am. We talked about that last time. I'm about to go to jail with that's what you said. So if who I am, get me sales, it's being me, cool. But I'm not about to be like, oh, this is going to jail, getting shot, get you. Nah, we're not doing none of that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it works.
We're not doing none of that. I just don't say okay. Yeah, man.
All right, so Ms. Debbie is saying calling on Messenger is cool only if we communicate that way, but sending dick pics is not the answer. Yeah, it is not. And I mean, so
How old is Miss Debbie though?
Miss Debbie, how old are you? She probably like 50.
That's the thing. That's old school. These new school olds, they want the wee. Send me that. They want the pick one and they from new school to old, they want the pick one in the DM, don't they are? So, hey, yo, shout out my brother Audie too, you heard me. Go get my man Audie. YouTube everything. Go get that. My man Audie, you heard me.
How you spell Audie?
Audie. ARTTY.
See, I wouldn't
always remain true to yourself. That's what
I like that.
Go get my man Audie, my little brother, man. You heard me. LTK. Last 2 Ks. Can't play my man real fast. You heard me. No, you sure.
Okay. So, back to expectations. So, you're going to have a conversation about your expectations about sex. To me, that's awkward, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go home and I'm going to try that. I'm going to just try it. Try to spark up a conversation. That's what I'm saying. Like, how does that even come about?
So, it has to be natural.
Organically, just happen.
Hypothetically speaking. Say if we riding down the street and the radio on, man, you keep talking, and somebody chime in on a caller calling and talking about oral sex. Something about oral sex, and you just be like, yeah, I don't like oral sex. I'd be like, what? All girls like, oh, you crazy? That's not crazy. See, I like oral sex. Now we initiated it, now it's lit. At this point, now the way I present it to you, you're gonna feel comfortable now. Don't be in a joking manner, you're gonna be just talking about it. And now you open. You're gonna be just talking now. Now I might find out everything about you. Shit you ain't never told motherfucker. You're gonna be like, I can tell him that. He cool as a thing. He done told me some shit. I can tell him some shit, man.
And then when you get to that uncomfortable thing.
How?
The uncomfortable thing. So say I like it and you don't like it.
What, when we like communicating with something?
Yeah, we talking about our expectations. Because you probably won't like everything that I like.
But then you compromise. That's what I mean about. That's what I mean
Michelle
about.
is definitely gonna get you cussed out. Don't call me on Messenger.
But then you compromise with your partner. That's what I mean. That's how you find great sex. You compromise. You don't like that? Right,
What is great sex?
Like I said, whatever you love and whatever I love, we make each other love. If we do what each other love, then you'll reach great sex. You feel me? Teach each other how to do it. Teach each other how to do each other. Teach each other how to do each other. Teach each other how to freak each other. You know what I mean? Teach each other how to freak each other. And then, you feel me? It'll be, I'm at a radio station, bro.
So we teaching each other how to do each other.
Exactly.
That's good. I think a lot of relationships should start there, and I think that communication is definitely key. I just think having a conversation will probably be a little awkward. So William is saying, I never seen sending dick pics was cool. Actually, probably kind of creep-like. I definitely agree with that. Unless I asked you, but just be mindful that Facebook is watching everything that you do anyway. So it's not just me looking at your dick pics. And then my whole thing is how do I know what you're going to do with my picture once I send it to you? Whether I send it on Facebook, whether I send it in my cell phone or whatever. You see people getting blackmail all the time with the little photos. All the time. Miss Debbie is 54.
That's why the dick pic in the inbox is just like, what to her? That's just like the rudest thing that could possibly be done.
But what I don't understand is, so you're not even sending me your penis. You're sending me somebody else's because you want to.
I don't know who does that. You say you. I
mean, not you. But I'm just saying.
I don't know why they could be dick fishing. That's crazy.
Yes, like I don't understand. So it's just like the impression is that women only like. Keep about to die. So men are under the impression that women only like guys with huge penises. We know that the average penis is only 5 to 6 inches.
Wow.
So everybody can't have an above average penis. It's just not happening, right?
Yeah,
you're most likely going to run into an average or below guy.
But see, what you got to realize that size, girth is more important than that.
Miss Young, they're both 30.
Girth is more important than money. I have both, but I'm just saying.
Don't tell everybody that. Then they will be in your inbox.
I must have lied. I'm married. So
okay.
Girth, people say, it's size.
They don't care.
It's for different women. Some women like them, like my sister. She don't like them. She always says, I don't like them. She's crazy. I like them small. So right. That's her preference. You know what I mean?
Because I think most of the magic is happening in the foreplay. Go ahead. And respond. Most of the magic is happening in a foreplay.
Sometimes. Most of the time, a lot of the magic is happening in the stroke.
And when your stroke is 5 minutes, you didn't do anything for me.
You talking? I don't know who you think. I don't know who you messing around with. These guys.
Young guys. No.
Every time she speaks on her, she keeps saying 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Then when she says, she be so aggravated, like she just keeps on.
Because girls be talking. We talk about this kind of stuff. So I be hearing about y'all.
I don't know what they out there doing, man.
Yeah, it is. And so for the young girls to be letting y'all get away with these short strokes and all that other kind of stuff, that's just messing the older women up in the game. So Miss Young is saying that explains it. He better not ever come across a 40 and over queen. It's a done deal. Definitely.
Let me see. I ain't getting into this with y'all. Y'all crazy. I ain't getting into this with y'all. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know that him and Wesley would agree with one another. Because Wesley is like a love maker. Wesley is like a pleaser, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that they would agree. I don't know. He's still learning. I mean, he don't think that girlfriend, even though science says that women do mature about 5 years faster than men, even if you're the same age.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, so she's 35.
But listen, maybe them scientists, maybe their survey on around 100 people. Yeah, millions of people doing it.
So if the scientists did the survey on the wrong 100 people, get the fuck out of here.
That was back then, like, way more
advanced.
Yes, way more premature.
I think some people have a much more mature mentality. So William is saying, true that, you got to build her up to explode. Miss Debbie is saying, you're right about that. I'm telling you, most of the magic is happening long before a woman gets stuck. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. So Ms. Young is saying they wouldn't, but it would be one hell of a conversation. Yes, it would. And so hopefully Wesley's schedule permits him to come the next time Shooter comes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Steven, how are you? So
that's gonna be a wild episode.
You and Wesley? Definitely. I'm waiting for that. So hopefully he can come next week. You coming next week?
I'll be here next week.
All right, so that's definitely gonna be a good one. So we're gonna revisit that. So what's going on in your world? What's up? Because I got another question for you.
My world is just music and money right now. I can't even do nothing else. I got so much. Trying to incorporate some, get back into the world, get in touch with everybody so I can come in here. But music and money. That's it.
Okay. So music and money. So now there's a question that was asked. Do you think that the Baltimore City Council and the Baltimore County Council can be combined into one conglomerate and work together?
I think it should be.
Why?
Because it's better that way, because it's separated and everything's separated. Like, so where to go, like as far as like the system, like school systems, and like the law. How people like the county line. The law is different when you get across the county line, or speaking about how you can merge everything to one court. I think that'd be better.
Why?
Because like people take advantage of that stuff. You know how people Like when I get into the city, yeah, I get to the city, I drive. I'm not saying that I should be able to, but I'm just saying like it should be the same all over.
Oh, speak up. They say you using your sexy voice to care for the
I said it should be the same all over. Like I think if we should merge the whole thing, it shouldn't be no separation with that. Baltimore County and Baltimore City should have the same exact everything. It shouldn't be no different. Because it even comes down to the funding. They start funding things differently in the county and funding things differently in the city. We should all have the same exact thing. From the laws to the the workmanship of the policeman, everything, like everything, you should be all on the same accord. The school systems, all of that. Like I know, for instance, how hectic it is in the neighborhood where I live at. Across, like it's a city line, like across from where I live at. So some of the kids go to school in different schools that live right next door to each other. Like you gotta go to a different school because you're in a different district, right across the street.
Right.
Like how is that even fair? Like you know what I mean? Like we should all be the same on the same accord.
So I don't know that merging them would be successful. One, the white people are not going to allow it. Let's just be 100% honest.
There's white people in the city too.
It is. It is. It is.
There's black people in the county.
But the things that are affecting black people in the city aren't really affecting white people in the city. Because they have a certain level of privilege. So they're not going to be quite affected by the things that are happening. Like the corruption in the police department. They're not being racially profiled. They're not being arrested unjustly. They're not going to do anything that the black people are. What's up, Jamal? The black people are experiencing, right? So to try to combine what's happening, just like we had the issue with the carnival a couple of weeks ago, white people got on news and said, yeah, these people from the city are coming here and they're destroying everything. So we know that the people aren't treated equally, no matter where they are, whether it be city or county. But I think that it's going to be certain things that work for the city that aren't going to work for the county, and vice versa. So imagine the corrupt Baltimore City Police Department mixing in with this unjust Baltimore County system. Because the Baltimore County system is not giving you any breaks. They're not working with you. They're not trying to build a better relationship amongst the people and the police. They're just not having it. They're going to police, and that's how it's going to be. So combining the two, I'm just not sure how that'll really work.
Yeah, it'd probably be. It'd be a lot of work to do it. It'd be a lot of work to do it. I think it'd be the best thing to do.
So you want to be over policed in the city?
Not that it should be over policed or under policed nowhere. It should just be normal. It shouldn't be.
Well, what's normal? Because
like
in the city they under police you, and in the county they over police you,
right, so
and that has become the norm.
in the middle, they shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be as sluggish and slacking in the city. They shouldn't be ODing in the county. It should be normal policemanship. The whole city and county.
Yeah, I think that they have really gotten away from what policing is supposed to be in the city because there's so many other things that occur.
But honestly, there's a lot of stuff going on though in the city though. So I understand. Not that I understand, but like people, when I be in the city, we say it all the time. So when I get in the city, I be like, man, wait, I only got my seatbelt on in the city. They not worried about that shit. Don't be good. They ain't worried about it. They look right at you. You got bigger shit to worry about than that seatbelt. They're not worried
about it. Which they do.
Yeah, in the county, don't put that seatbelt on. You want to get the ticket today, don't put that seatbelt on. Why? There's shit going on in the county too, but it's just
not at the rate in which it's happening in the city. But what happened to us policing ourselves? Will we have to even be having this conversation if within our communities we policed ourselves?
We're not responsible enough to police ourselves. Not that the police are responsible, but we're not responsible enough to police ourselves either.
Explain.
If
Ooh, I would love to have Wesley here right now. Go ahead.
For instance, I carry my pistol, and I feel like discretion is important when you're a police officer. It's the biggest thing. You gotta have noble discretion when you're a police officer. A lot of people, normal citizens, are not going to have noble discretion because they're going to act off emotions. And it's not going to be fair to police ourselves after people high. How they going to be emotional after people high and you're going to be making rational decisions as a police officer?
No, when I'm saying police ourselves, if I see your daughter acting up, I jack up, like, listen, little girl, let's get yourself together. Like villages raising children and stuff like that, policing each other. If I see you standing on my corner selling drugs, I'm like, listen, shooter, that's not going to happen. You know, you reducing my quality of life. You need to move on. You need to go get a job. That's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. Do you think policing ourselves, do you think that would work? If we went, oh, hey, hold up, you only 30. That's what I'm getting. So you don't know how it was like
But I did.
when we, okay.
Like I say, like back then, it's a different time, man. You can't even trust. I can't trust my neighbor.
Come on, speak up.
I can't trust my neighbor to even say nothing to my child, let alone be.
Really?
Yeah, I don't trust no. I don't trust this. That's the time in the world now. I don't trust my neighbor.
Why not?
Because I just don't. You don't know what people doing down there. People killing their sons, their daughters on the way down to school. What the hell? Why would he do something like that? Nice guy. That's his daughter. It's not the same time. People doing crazy shit now. I'm not about to have no stranger who I can't prove they have the genuine care for my child that I have say nothing to my child. I don't know how you treat your own damn child there. How the hell I'm gonna let you tell my child, oh, don't touch that. Don't talk to my child about nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, but don't you think that contributes to the problem?
Yes, I mean,
because you are policing my children, I'm policing yours. We're doing this as a neighborhood.
We're doing noble. I'm noble. You trust the person next door to you noble to you? Do you trust that your neighbor is noble?
I really don't talk to my neighbors, so
I really don't know.
No, but I would trust that even if if my children was playing in their rose garden or whatever, I'm okay with them saying, listen, little kid, you don't belong in my rose garden, because I want my children to respect other people's belongings. So that's what I'm saying. Not that I'm actually respecting, correcting your child, but
the policing, you got discipline. You can't just tell them, hey, that's not cool. That's not policing. Everybody gonna tell you down the rose garden, whether you is. But to police them, you got the discipline in there. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, it's my rose garden out of there. That's not policing them. That word policing them means you have to instill, you got to enforce some kind of, you have to discipline them now. You can't just be like, but that's my rose garden. That's not.
But everything doesn't take discipline, Sheila.
I mean, policing does. When somebody's doing something wrong and you're policing it.
Yeah, but that means, when I say policing, I mean in holding you accountable. Okay. I'm meaning being able to work as one community, meaning not having intervention from the actual police department in all of our affairs. That's what I'm talking about, policing one another. Like if your son is selling drugs by my corner, listen, Charles, get your ass in the house. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
We should be able to do that. Right now, in the state in which we are living, there's no way I can tell Charles to get off of the corner right by my house and go down by his house. There's no way. Charles probably shoot me or something.
Right. I don't know how we can get back to that state. I don't know how.
It's not possible.
Maybe too far gone now. He's maybe too far gone to even try to get back. You'll die trying to get back to that damn state. You think they kill you out here? You talking about?
I don't know. I don't know that we should be. I know that we can't give up, but I know that we do have to find some type of solution. We definitely do. And depending on the situation, and I wish Wesley was here because we talked about this a few weeks ago, and he actually posted a video in which he approached some squeegee boys, right? Because we were saying that you can't really approach these young kids today because they're reckless. Wesley's like, nah, you gotta talk to these young kids. So here we go. He is in the video. there's some squeegee kids out on the corner. They were being disrespectful to the cars that were going by. So someone called the police. So Wesley pops up on the scene or whatever because he's trying to be the mediator between these squeegee kids who are disrespectful and out of control and the police who are there to address the behavior. So they using all kind of foul language and they're just basically telling them, well, listen, at least I ain't out here selling drugs and all this other kind of stuff. And so Wesley is just trying to hold them accountable for how they're speaking to people, how they're treating people, and helping them understand that everybody is not going to say yes and give you $1. You're probably going to get a lot more no's than you are getting yeses. But of course, that wasn't the wording he was using. He was using his own words to be relatable to the situation or whatever. Kids out of control, just saying whatever. So I actually didn't get to the end of the video because I wanted Wesley to come and I wanted him to share because I wanted to get on his case about why he thought his plan was going to work. And now that he had the opportunity to actually put it into action, it kind of blew up in his face.
They weren't trying to hear.
They're not. Because again, we can't police these children. And we definitely have to get buy-in from the parents. And a lot of times that's where the problem is. I want to be able to pull you up as a fellow parent and say, listen, Charles and Rita were playing in my rose garden. And I asked them to get out. A lot of times, depending on the parent, she's like, fuck you and your rose garden.
Yeah. They don't talk to Charlie no more. You know, you gonna have a problem.
That's a problem. We can't, I don't know. We gotta be able to police ourselves. Otherwise, we fall into the systematic oppression of things like police, government, and everything else. It's just going to be that way.
Did you come up with a plan?
Huh?
Did you come up with a plan on how to do it?
Nah, this is what we argue about all the time. We argue because I'm too scared to confront the kids. Wesley like, nah, we gotta confront the kids. So we're still looking into that.
You let me know. I'm with it. Y'all find a way, I'll help you. I'm just trying to tell you, like, I don't know.
So Auntie is saying, meet with the kids and hold a conversation with them and get their point of view and give yours without being loud and rude and treat them as human beings. I think being respectful and treating anybody like a human being, I don't care what the situation is always the way to go. But Auntie, what about when they like fuck you and your respect and your loud and your quiet tone and all that kind of stuff?
Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to come on, I just told you don't talk to me. I'm expecting to shock you since I got to you.
Yeah.
No man, I'm just trying to. What's the problem?
And then the next show you didn't
Yeah, you said it out. You like,
exactly.
I was just trying to let the young man know you can't. You just can't.
Yeah. So I was actually downtown and the little squeegee boys came out. It's raining, so squeegee in my window is not really helping me. But he came up to the window and I was like, no thank you, or whatever. So he still sprayed it anyway, and then he drew a little heart. So he tugged at my heartstrings and I did give him $1. I gave him $1. Because it's just like, to me, it's just so sad that they're even in a position to have to be out there. And they may honestly be trying to make a living for their siblings because their home life is not great. So I get that. But I think that as a community, as a government, we should be doing much better for these children to stop them from doing that. And, you know, it wasn't the first conversation because even in that conversation with Wesley, they were basically saying, at least we're out here doing this and not out here robbing and stealing and all of that kind of stuff.
But see, like everything else, everything works in point of view. Because I know some sneaky boys. I ain't gonna sit here and drag on them right here because they're not alive, but it's not always what you think. They usually them boys got bread.
Just like the panhandlers.
He's out there, I think they need no money. And I know one of them I know personally. He probably got money. He got on spend time to keep money coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I trust it. You know what I mean? We're not begging. they don't need it, you know what I mean? But they could be out there hustling, knocking heads off or something. So we kind of
Right, but my whole thing is use those transferable skills and market yourself. Don't be out there squeegeeing because if you can get me to give you $1 by putting a little heart on my window, you can be out there with your vendor's license selling. Yes, right. Do your own car wash, sell the drinks or whatever it is that you want to do. Just do it legally so nobody can fuck with you.
Right.
So I'm not knocking your hustle, but I'm just saying take those transferable skills and do the right thing. Don't be out there. Don't put yourself in a position to be judged because.
How can you get them to do that?
We have to create opportunities. You know, these older people who have money to spend, donate to different organizations like mine and Wesley, where we're doing things to try to get these kids off the street. We're trying to do things like bring in because when I do classes in my programs, I go to a rec center. I hold my programs in a rec center so that people see we need these rec centers. You know, if I can't afford a building, but I have the rec center that I can go to, is bringing traffic to the rec centers, is doing all kind of stuff, and it keeps these children off the street. It's really important because sometimes they don't have people at home that can show them the way and teach them the way and get those resources for them. You know, if we have programs that can say, listen, so this is how you get a vendor's license. You want to be an official business. And we talked about this last week, even with rappers. A lot of times they don't know how to connect the business to your artistry. They look at it as two separate things and it's all one. So Tion is saying it comes down to that individual kid to do the right thing. We can blame the parent all we want, but we weren't around 24/7. That's true. So Tion, I agree, and I don't even like when people be saying it starts at home, because even if I instill great moral and value into you, you're still going to make your choice when you go out into the streets and get in front of your peers and your friends and all that.
We
talked about
the friends going to influence you a whole different way than what I'm going to teach you. Like you're going to learn from them, you're going to learn from me. You got, like you said, you got to choose. Everybody know right from wrong. I don't care who you is, what's going on.
You think so?
I know for a fact that
they know it or they're taught it.
No.
They know it.
You can feel when you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Everybody knows right from wrong.
At what age? Like little kids?
Maybe from 2 or 3 till you die. You know right from wrong. Anything you do, any decision you make consciously, you know if it's a right or wrong decision. It's not like you like, I do this, I don't know if it's the right thing or wrong thing. You know if it's good or bad, right or wrong. Everybody knows that. So you gotta make a decision. So you can teach your kid all the stuff you do, what you're supposed to do, but they're gonna be influenced from the outside world too. From their friends, from the TV, from the game, from the everything. YouTube, whatever, the music, and they gotta choose. Like she said, Tiana, they gotta choose.
No, Tion is a guy.
Tion gotta choose to make the right decision. Nothing we can do. But try to install the right thing so they got the right, the right feel for what they should be doing, you feel me? But they know right from wrong. They know what they shouldn't be doing. They gotta make the right decision.
Alright. So Tiberi is saying still hold it down with your respect and give them that, and 1 or 2 might take that home and share it with them and share with them that being bad is not always a good way to go. Yeah, I mean, you can talk to them, but a lot of times ain't nobody trying to hear what you're saying. You know, it just depends. So she goes on and saying a lot of kids is not getting the love at home. Yes, we talked about that. Everybody is not coming from a great home. Definitely not. So Tion is saying realistically, the little black kids aren't getting permits to sell soda, water, snowballs. So what are they supposed to do? That's the point that I'm making, Tion. You can always introduce those things to them. You don't have to let it be that they are subjected to, damn, my cousin is saying a teenager just got shot in front of my house just now.
Wow.
And so that's what I'm saying. So these young children, they go by what they have seen, what they know, what's common, or whatever. And with nobody being able to step in, intervene, teach, show, and all of those things, they just continue to dwell in that ignorance. And it's unfortunate because then, they feel like, oh, the only option I have is to sell drugs and, make my money or rob or whatever, you know. So it's pretty sad. Damn,
Definitely,
DeAndre.
it definitely needs more opportunity. But even with the opportunities, like what y'all doing, the programs that y'all got going on, they still have to be willing to participate. Like, what
They
do we
do,
do
but I
to
think
get
you
them
have
to?
to. So you're not that old. What was an incentive to you to do well?
Money. I always wanted to be money. I need money. Like,
No, money is part of the problem.
no, that's part of my answer. Like, that's money fixes everything.
Okay, so if you were 12 or 13 and I came along and I had this program and I wanted to incentivize you in some way, the mentality that you had, the only thing I could give you is money. So I had to give you an allowance,
I mean,
basically.
everybody has something that triggers them. And a great mentor or a great person is trying to influence somebody to go learn the person. And when somebody would ask about me, they would be like, okay, cool, well, I know one thing he likes. So to influence me, which people before, like, I had a guy who got me to go, was trying to get me to go to a 2 year college in Florida one time.
Mm-hmm.
He learned about me. He knew what they say to me to make me want to go. Listen, man, you know, a lot of things down there. Bam, what? You what? Let's go. It's like, it's not that he tricked me, but it's everybody got something that make them tick. And something that can reel them in. And my thing is the money. So to influence me, you bring that up, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Hey, what's up? You say you got one home over there? Like that, lady.
Right, but to incentivize, if I had 10 children in my program, and to incentivize them all, that would be basically my whole budget to do what I need to do for the children. So we have to find another way, even if money is what makes them tick. Money can also be a downfall and something that's going to lead them to prison.
Yeah, but you gotta give them money. You gotta just like the idea that promises the end game. Like, you know, like this is what you get you. Like this program here, I'm telling you, people end up as successful. Person like me. Listen, I'm a guy who went through this program. This is what he end up being. Like out there, you make a lot of money doing stuff like this. You gotta start really to get this. It's not like you got to hear hits $100,000 to come here.
Right, but talking about the money, that's one thing. But being actually able to, because my program is about 3 years old at this point. Wesley's, I think, is 2. I think. But I wrote a program when I was a case manager in the jail because I see and interact with all of my offenders. I was a case manager who did um, cognitive behavioral programming. So I know that a 9 to 5 is not for everybody, right? Everybody is not going to go out here and go to college. So we have to use those transferable skills to get them to do what they can do naturally, legally. Most drug dealers have a hell of a gift for gab. They do. They have a whole lot of skills that they can turn into some really good stuff. Because a lot of times, even though they became a good drug dealer, I guess, I'm just going to use that term loosely, they weren't a good investor. So now you did all of this to raise all of this money or earn all of this money, and then you didn't invest it well. You get popped once, your lawyer fees ate it up. Now you're done. So it's just like use those skills that you have. Teach it. So I wrote a program called Don't Knock My Hustle because it needed to be an entrepreneurial program to get them vendors licenses or whatever it is. Show you how to write a business plan. Show you how to even plan out an idea. What is it that you feel like you want to do? What is it that you think you'd be great in? You know, because ingenuity is probably its best. When you have people sitting there, they weren't locked in 23 and 1. They weren't anything like that. But when you're still sitting there and all you can do is go in the day room, you know. So even if you're looking at running a enterprise behind the walls, all of that took planning. So let's change that to good. Because in the end, we're fucking up our own communities. In the end, because you don't go to whitewash to sell your whatever. You just don't. So Tion is saying it's not on accident that the American system is set up for black men and boys to fail. Ms. Young is saying you teach them to make money, implement an entrepreneurship program. That's basically what I was just talking about. So it's just, you know, you have to get them interested, but you do have to incentivize them. I'm not saying we give everybody an allowance, but because it's unrealistic for me to just give, right? That's unrealistic because in the real world, you have to work to earn something. No matter how you work to get it, you have to do something or in order to get something out of it. So to just give them everything, to me, it doesn't help them in the real world. And everybody can't get rich off playing basketball or you know the common things that young black children aspire to be. Right. But what happened to when we knew that we were kings and queens? What happened to that? So Tion is saying, real talk, little black boys hear from black women growing up. Don't no woman want no broke niggas. So get money embedded into them because you can't get no coochie without no money. Tion, listen, you are so right. Because don't nobody want no broke man. That is true. And we say that all the time. We say that all the time.
It's an image that young guys chase. Nobody want to have no money. Like, you gotta have money. Popularity from money.
But you don't know.
You gotta have paper. Not that bad, you're nobody. There's nobody out there.
You really believe that?
You can be talented, smart, and all of that. That's a bad, you're nobody. Nobody cares. People bad to be important.
But everybody can't have the bag. You know, in this world, because we live in a capitalistic society, there are the haves and there are the have-nots. But this is what I'm saying.
But the people who have nots have to make a decision to become one of the people who have. Everybody got the same opportunity, same 24 hours a day. You gotta create. You gotta take heed.
I don't know that everybody has the same opportunity though. Right?
Not the same exact opportunity. Everybody get a chance. Everybody get a chance. Everybody. But do you take heed? Do you capitalize on the opportunity? Because people may appear to have all these different opportunities coming for them, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they lucked up and capitalized on that one opportunity they had, and it just opened up all these other doors. That if this person would have capitalized on that same opportunity, they skipped over, them doors closed now on them. So they like, I ain't got no, but this person got all these opportunities. But they jumped on that one that you didn't jump on. You gotta, everybody got the same 24 hours. You gotta take heed and catch every opportunity, or you're gonna miss something. This is how it is. Everybody got the same 24 hours. I was taught that. He richer than you, whatever, you gotta do the same thing he did to get there. He was you on there. You gotta get there. You gotta make the moves, make the sacrifices. You gotta do it. Or you will be a have-not. And then people look at the haves like, damn, you know, they haves. Don't complain about it. Do what you gotta do to become a have. And not a have-not.
I don't know about that. I think opportunity is there. However, we know that people are dealt pretty different hands in this whole game called life, right? So we can't always assume that just because you made it doing one thing, I can do the same thing and have just as much success. Because you might be you find a niche somewhere. Because a lot of people run into those things by mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
just believe that the most 96% of the people that are misfortunate, and I'm speaking to experience because times when I didn't have or couldn't do was because I was lacking or didn't take heed or I wasn't jumping on opportunities that was in front of me or I missed them or I didn't realize them. So they passed by me and I had to wait for another door to open. So I was sitting there in limbo, like, damn, let me go around work on campus. I can get out. But the next opportunity I seen, I'm getting, I ain't playing. Because I know how I felt to be without. So I'm like, damn, man, I ain't gonna be on here now. I gotta go get it. Every day I'm chasing. I be chasing money, chasing all day. That's my song. Because that's what every day, you can't miss an opportunity. So I feel like if you are have not or misfortunate, you can't always create opportunities, but God will make some sort of way. You gotta catch it. You gotta catch it. You don't catch it, it's gonna slip over you. You gotta wait for another door to open. Probably too busy complaining about why you ain't got it when it came. But you gotta catch it. If you don't catch it, it'll go past you. But everybody get the opportunity. Everybody do. So I don't not give it to everybody. Everybody get a chance. Every single person get a chance.
You agree with him? Everybody get a chance. You agree with him?
Every human being on this planet Earth that breathes get a chance. Everyone. Nobody don't get it. God don't do that to nobody on Earth to be like, I ain't giving you no chance. Everybody get a chance. If you see somebody struggling or misfortunate, they missed their chance. Not because it was unfortunate.
So say I grew up in the hood and I was I don't know, I worked at McDonald's, and I had 5 kids or whatever. And my 5 kids, they, we still living in Latrobe, and I'm not really showing them anything. So you're saying that those 5 kids had the same opportunity as the kid who grew up in White Moss?
No, they didn't get presented the same opportunity every day. Look at Akon. He had nothing. But he got him and he left. I'm not doing this no more being broke up my mother, my grandfather, his grandfather, my cousin, my brother, my sister. Damn that. I'm gonna take this opportunity I got right here, I'm gonna get you out of here. But now he created fucking electricity for the entire Africa. Wow, because he wasn't what he created.
Right, but everybody doesn't have his gift of artistry either.
Not that gift. Yeah. Not that gift. It might be a nigga beside him who know how to make drums. Hell. He ain't gonna sit there and make drums because he's too busy thinking stressed out about why he ain't got it. So he ain't taking initiative to try to sit there and make these drums to get this money, to get out this hole that the next man did. You gotta everybody got a gift for niche. You gotta find it. Right. Something you do, something you good at, something you like. I don't even like doing it at first. It's something everybody can do. Right. Maybe dumb, maybe goddamn washing people's hands. You can wash hands in ways nobody can do. You can do it. It's everybody gotta find what you do and push it.
Yeah, but I think that the whole have and have not thing is going to go well above what you aspire to be, because the government is set up to have poor people and rich people. Absolutely. And people in the middle. So there's definitely going to be circumstances in which, even if those opportunities are staring you right in your face, you're not going to have them because the government has it designed to be that.
I agree.
Point blank.
I agree. And I'm speaking right now like as if I got it. I ain't got it. So honestly, I speak. You dress for the job you want. I was taught that. So I'm speaking off of who I want to be. I don't got $100,000 in the account. I don't have 50, 20. I don't have 10. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm up. But I know what I can do because I've been down before to a point where I've been depressed where I had no way. But I did. I just missed those opportunities. So when I woke up and started realizing that this opportunity presented to me every day, and I stopped slacking and lacking and being lazy and complaining, I started trying to figure out a way. And it took me years to try to figure out a way, but I figured out a way. And it's still taking time on getting there, but I'm speaking for the future when I talk. I ain't got it right now, so all those people be like, oh my God, you must figure it out. You got it. No, I didn't figure it out. I'm still figuring it out. But I'm telling you that I get opportunities every day, and I don't pass them up no more. Every single one. Being here right now, I compromise opportunities. But I'm choosing to choose this opportunity over other ones because this can lead to something else that I'm familiar with already can't lead me nowhere else. I'm already maximized that already. So I'm using another opportunity now. So they come every single day. You got to jump on them. I could have said, no, I'm not coming here and did something else. But it's an opportunity. You gotta take every single one. Or if you're gonna miss, the door gonna close, you gotta wait for the next one to open. It may take 5 years for the next one to open. And you're gonna be in limbo, stuck in the depressed again. Or figure out another way. But you gotta make a way. Don't ever miss the opportunity. Take the opportunities. Get them. Go get it. Don't sit and make excuses. Don't be a have-not. Don't make excuses. I was a have-not. I'm still a have-not. But I'm gonna be it. I'm gonna get it. Go get it. That's my goddamn reality shit. I'm done. Done with that.
So Ebony is saying that's not being taught. Talk about the kings and queens. The only thing that's being taught is slavery, beatings, thug ways, no royal learning, no etiquette classes for the young ladies. So it starts from home. Teach them at home about kings, queens, blessings, accountability, recognition, spirituality. The only thing that's being taught is what they see on TV or what they learn at these bullshit ass school systems, which don't even have encyclopedias, etc.
Who's that?
Ebony.
Ebony, you ever thought about opening your own school? Because you do know you can create your own curriculum, right? You know you can have a school that you can create your own curriculum, right? But you can teach it whatever you want to teach in that school, right? So you ever thought about that? Like teaching what you want to teach, what you believe in. Like that's a way that you can make a difference. You can make a way. And that can be big. You may be the person who starts a whole different chain of those type of schools. You can name it what you want to name it. That whole different category of school that you do. You can name it what you want to name it, and you can create a way. Hell, enlightening shit or something, whatever. You feel me? You just teaching people to, you know what I mean, what you think they should know. You may have 3 students at first. You may have 1. In 3 years from now, you may have 30,000 students in a school that you can't even fit them in. You're trying to get them bigger building. You know what I mean? It's start somewhere. But you're right. You're absolutely right about that. They don't teach things. We're not being taught to be kings. We're not royals. We're not. We're slaves. We're everyday slaves. I get up every day and I work for the white man. I'm a slave to this day. Not whips and chains no more. They figured out how to whip us without a goddamn whip man. We all still being whipped. Slavery, they never died.
So do you think all of us can be entrepreneurs?
Absolutely. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. Everybody can be an entrepreneur.
All right, so Ebony is saying God will make a way. To me, means you will make a way. We all create our own circumstances. Hey, Marcus. So Ms. Young is saying some have to create a change. I definitely agree with that, Ms. Young. So Tiana is saying everyone's story is different. Absolutely. Ebony is saying, but a gift. Right, maybe not that gift, but he does have a gift. So, Ebony, how do we get these kids to tap into what their gifts are? A lot of times, people run away from what their gifts are. So, she's talking about accountability, recognition, word. Hey, shortstop. So, Tion, yes, everything costs money, without a doubt.
So, school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but see, a lot of things, like you said, there's a lot of rich people out here who got the same vision that you got, who will actually help you fund that stuff. Like, and once it makes enough sense, you can talk to people like the host. She can teach you how to write a business plan. You feel me? When you can go into a bank with a business proposal that makes sense, and you can actually get them people that give you some money to start a small school like that. You know what I mean? You gotta have your whole curriculum made up and everything. You gotta have it in order. You can't go in there with the idea like this. Sometimes you gotta have it in order. But it's ways to get funding. And when people see something working, people will gravitate. People will listen.
Because people are trying to come and maximize off the effort.
What?
They want a piece of pie.
It don't matter. For real. That's what they want to do. They use them how they using you. They want the money, you want to get the word out to people. So look, let's eat together. If y'all want to eat out of that school, well, help me get it out there. Help me get it bigger. Y'all eat. You feel me? So like, it's ways though, but you gotta be really focused on that. You gotta breathe that shit. Like if that's what you really genuinely want to do, you gotta breathe that shit.
Yeah, a school is definitely no joke.
Yeah, that's nothing you can be like, that's my little hobby, thinking about doing that one day. You gotta wake up and breathe that shit to keep every day till it's done. Like you can't stop.
That's any type of service-oriented project
Mm-hmm.
because things that are going to be that you have tangible things that you can make money off of, that's easy to do. But when you're actually trying to effectuate change, you're actually trying to give something that takes a lot of money. It takes a whole lot of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Tion said niggas credit score ain't shit.
I'm right. I feel you.
That's
100. 100. I'm doing the same thing, bro. I just purchased the car. So I just purchased my first car off the lot a couple days ago, for real. I'm trying to build my credit to be able to make a power move, bro, at 30. Like, so I just got in the game late. Somebody just kind of enlightened me with this shit like 5 years ago, so I'm just getting in the game late. Applied for my credit cards and trying to do those dumb shit, buy the gas, you feel me? So, like, it ain't never too late, but you got to just have a plan and start working towards it, you feel me? And for real, if you die before you get the plan completed, you'll die knowing that you feel like you was on a mission. And everybody around you going, hopefully, somebody will continue the shit going. Like how Nipsey shit did. You saw Nipsey did? Nipsey died with the marathon. They still pushing the marathon. It's his dream living on. You feel me? He did something big. So that's cool shit. And like black people, like even people like my son, I'm not gonna say black people, black people, but I'm speaking from my own point of view. When I think about doing big stuff like that, I get discouraged real fast because I think about all the stuff that take to get it done. And I be like, oh my god, I just don't feel like that. Like, I get lazy. I'm gonna stop saying we. I'm talking about me. I get lazy when I think about big projects or stuff that make change like that. I get so lazy. I be like, I gotta do that first. So that shit might take 3 years to do that part.
But if I have a piece, you have a piece, she has a piece, he has a piece, and we all work together, we can likely reach those goals a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, within our culture, we've gotten away from that. We don't trust each other enough to even go there. So one of the ventures, and I'm known for, one of my next venture is to do a juvenile diversion program. And people always say, well, don't talk about your dream out loud, because people might come steal your idea or whatever. If it's for me, I'm going to get it, no matter what. But when I see things that are happening, I try to always look at a way to be part of the solution. And unfortunately, things have to happen in order for you to see that these things have to change, things need to be done, or there's a weakness somewhere. So when you recognize those things, you have to take action. So I don't think that my diversion program will be up in 6 months and I'll be making a lot of money off of it that quick. But I believe that if I work towards it, start doing research, start having a plan, because a lot of people have these ideas and never think for 1 second to pick up a pencil and put your plan on paper so that you can have goals and objectives and you can have something that you're going to work towards. Okay, I've met that. Let me move on to the next thing. Like plan it out, think it out. Anything is possible. So Ebony is saying, didn't think about being the next Mary McLeod Bethune. Sounds like something I will think about. I just said something familiar to my sisters and cousins. So she then goes on to say, really, I wish I was there with you all. Put me on the mic. I have tons to say. And LOL, this is beautiful, though very enlightening. Definitely, Ebony, you can comment anytime. Oh, Ebony is 30. I need to go and play a number, 30.
Yeah, 88, baby. 88, baby. They know.
So Ebony is saying, I'm 30 as well, trying to get my credit right as well. Just keep it up. And Wesley would be going ham on this subject because Wesley is only, I think he just turned 33. And he talked about, we talk about this kind of stuff all the time. But where is this in school? Wesley's program talks about financial literacy. My program, we talk about it because it's important. But these kids aren't learning it until they're 18 and 19. They get all of these credit card opportunities and they fuck that shit up. So by the time you're 19 and a half, you're in all of this debt and you ain't got shit to look forward to or whatever. So, it's just like we are so far behind because we focus on teaching the wrong things in school. And I say this all the time, the school systems are failing our children because they only focus on the academics. They don't focus on any type of life skill or social and cognitive behavioral programming at all. They only want you to know 2 times 2 is 4.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Remember we talked about earlier, like the kids taking initiative, though?
Yeah.
Like you gotta take initiative because, like you said earlier, like they don't have the opportunities, they don't have like those, they don't teach that stuff in school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say right now that I went to Dunbar High School, y'all. So, like, and when I went to Dunbar, they had people come in to talk to us. So, like, I was one of the people who actually learned that stuff. Like, as far as people on stocks, they had people come in and teach us about the stock market and stuff like that.
They should be there.
And I used to be in that class like, bored, and didn't realize they was actually teaching us about stocks. I'm just getting into stocks today, like nowadays. Like we got me a couple of shares in Bitcoin. Got a little Bitcoin stock. But I'm like,
I'm hooking you up with this guy. He did a show on gold. So I have a little thing on gold, and so I'm going to actually start doing that because there's one of those famous rappers. He's got this big dumbass chain. The chain is like this big, like literally. And so he was saying, don't put your money into diamonds. It's all about the gold. And whatever the weight and all of this, the more valuable it is or whatever. So gold is a really big thing. They even have, I think Nipsey was actually talking about it in one of his videos. So he was, talking about it, Bitcoin, gold, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna definitely hook you up with that. So it's something that you could just invest, like I think he said $72 a month will get you at a nice rate or whatever.
right.
So this man has hundreds of thousands of dollars built into this system that of this gold. So it's happening all over the place. And Nipsey was even saying in his thing that now a lot of they're starting a network in which you can actually take your gold into the stores and start spending it. So it's definitely a system. And Mr. Yasin came on. I'm gonna bring him back because he keep hounding me. And he talked about the whole gold thing. But a lot of times that's what we do. We like gold, like who would do gold or whatever. White people doing it all the time. Foreigners are doing it all the time.
Have you heard of the guy named Brother for Life before?
Is that the guy who gets the chain?
No, it's a different guy. He was talking about like a lot of stuff that white people, but he was talking about something black people could do. He was actually talking about trying to create it himself, but I thought it was so dope. He was talking about creating a cryptocurrency for black people. And
for black people only?
You know how everybody got their thing, like Jews got this. He like, I got something that for us that we can have. And he was talking about putting like almost like a barcode inside the jewelry. Like so it can make the jewelry itself cryptocurrency. Like it can make it like.
So I think it's going to already have its own value. So my whole thing is that's the type of stuff that makes people skeptical, right? You just come out with the shit when there's already systems that are working already in place.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you create something new.
We gotta look at it. Let's look at it.
What?
Let's get some more information.
Oh, he was the idea. He was just saying that's an idea, like something that we like can do. Like that's something like
I think that a lot of
Bitcoin came out, somebody created it.
Right, but I think if we get on this gold tip,
that should be nice. You know what I mean? That's forever.
But people still making money off it. So Ebony, his name is Young Shooter. YUNG.
SHOOTA.
Right.
OER. Shooter, not shooter.
She said, "Don't be discouraged. Keep pushing." Right. So she is saying because their parents aren't saying anything, or the teachers. I had one teacher that taught us about credit, so to speak. I also think when they start working at 16, learning about their credit and all that stuff. Sometimes people don't even work at 16. I really don't let my children work because I want them to focus on school. Their job is to go to school. Whatever you need, I'm going to give it to you. Those things that you want, you can wait. Because it's probably that is a devalue thing after you come out of school with it anyway. So, so she said, what about the fact that a lot of people should have ownership of Social Security cards and birth certificates? There's a lot of things that's being missed. So there are tons of things that people hardly mention to their children, but they all know what's going on in other countries rather than their own households. That's true. That's true. So we have about 7 minutes. Yeah. So this was really enlightening. We talked about a lot of different stuff. We talked about expectations and situationships and relationships. Um, we talked about communicating about sex, which I thought was awkward. So I'm I definitely gotta revisit that. She came in here with all of his little 30 and under things that we just lost.
You go for y'all, and now I'm gonna start talking to y'all significant y'all partners like, yeah, so what you really like?
Exactly. Exactly. And he was talking about the young girls messing it up for your old people like you, Miss Davis, who they just want to get hit. They don't know nothing about making love. They just want to get hit. So we talked about the unfortunate situation in which the mother had to depend on her resources of her boyfriend watching her child, and now it's suspected that he has killed that child. We talked about that. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff, and I just want to thank Shooter for coming out and sharing his opinion, his thoughts, sharing his friends with us, and sometimes we beat him up a little bit, but he just bounced right back. So tell them how they can follow you, how they can get your music.
And once again, I'm Young Shooter, YUNG, SHOOTA, CEO and founder of 25 Big Grind Entertainment. Under the umbrella Hazy TV, the family, the movement, most importantly, we are a label. You can find me on every social platform there is. At Young Shooter, spelled the same way, no ER. YUNGSHOOTA. Thanks for having me again.
Okay. So listen, y'all. So on the 25th of this month, we have a comedy show coming up. It's going to be held on it's going to be held on the west side of Baltimore. So we need y'all east siders to go ahead and purchase a ticket anyway. Come out, join us. Here's some entertainment. Here's some comedy. I think we're going to have a spoken word. We'll have food. We'll have drinks. We'll have fun. We're going to have a party afterwards. Tickets are only $15. Find us on Facebook at Jumping Off the Roof Entertainment. You'll find the event there. Just support us. We're just trying to do something to keep this community connected and in place. So that's pretty much going to be it for us. Make sure you're listening every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. here at WMSK Online Radio. Download the app. Follow us on YouTube. And always come and get this juicy noise. So we'll see y'all next week. Have a good night.
Like y'all, man. How y'all doing?
All right, how are you?
Good, good.
Good.
What's up, bro?